I thought our guys, look, in games like this, and I appreciate Jayhawk being here, obviously having an alum in the building and a really, really good friend of mine. A quick tidbit. So I'm at the Final Four this year in New Orleans, and if you were there, every flight got canceled coming home. And I had to get back. I can't remember why I had to get back, but I had to get back. I'm walking back to my hotel, about to tell my wife, like, we are not going to be able to go home for like 4 days. And who's going to watch them? I mean, we had babysitters and stuff. How are we going to handle all this? I actually thought about renting a U-Haul to drive back. And I saw Jayhawk and I saw Christy, his wife, walking out. And I said, hey, guys, what are you doing? And they're like, oh, we're about to drive home. So the head coach, Trinity Christian, his wife, my wife, and I hopped in a car and drove from New Orleans back up to Indiana. So when I tell you we're friends, we're really good friends. And so having him here was special. And I thought his team, they got that young kid, that shot blocker in the lane. He's a problem. I mean, he erased a lot of shots for us. But again, I thought we did what we needed to do. One of the things that a lot of people have talked to me about is just you're not making 3-point shots. You're not making 3-point shots. And I just told our guys in there, like, we got to start shooting the right 3-point shots with paint touches, inside-out threes. And it was an emphasis in practice for about 20. We only practiced for about 25 minutes yesterday, but it was an emphasis in practice, and I thought they executed that well. Got to the foul line, and so those are things that I'm pleased of. There's some things defensively that we're going to continue to work on, but there was some improvement areas, and we're going to take that and build off it.
Nick, just how good does it feel to play winning basketball and to kind of assert your authority in a game a little bit?
It feels good. Coach always tells me he needs me to be a big piece for this team. So, I just want to stay locked in first defensively. I know I got to go in and watch some film because there's some things I need to work on. But, he gives me a lot of freedom on offense. So, that's always a great thing. So, just getting the win, that's the most important thing. So, I'm happy we got the win.
Matt, when Nick checked out of the game, you guys had a lengthy conversation right there on the court. Can you share it all with me? It looked like it was just a good conversation between the two of you.
Yeah, no, look, point guards are hard, right? They have the hardest job, and and we coach them the hardest in some respects, and so there's a lot expected of them. And so, Nick's got to come from playing college basketball at other programs, doing it their way, and then he's got to very quickly learn it our way with a big uptick in competition. And so it's not easy. The thing that Nick's done really well is he has remained positive and coachable the entire time he's been here. He's got a great smile. It's infectious. He's obviously got a lot of talent. And, some of the things that, for me as I look at Nick, it's okay, he can be that next scorer that we're kind of looking for. And I knew going into that James Madison game, I kind of said to myself, I'm gonna let Nick go a little bit. Like, we're gonna need a guy to get in the lane and do some things, and he was fantastic in it, and has been pretty good since. And even what he's saying right there, like I told him, I said, Nick, there's some things that defensively I want you to we got to look at, learn from, and he's locked in, ready to do that, and that's just gonna make us better, him better, our team better.
Luke, it's a tradition. If you're a walk-on and you get a three-pointer, you get in the press conference, right? What's that moment like? Is that a payoff of the hard work to have a moment like that?
Yeah, it is. I think it is. I think my team, because I'm only out there because they played so well today and did what they had to do. It was pretty easy. I didn't really move that play, so just had to hit the shot. But yeah, it is nice to get some recognition, I guess. But I'm here because I love basketball, and I wouldn't want to be anyplace else. So.
Matt, can you just comment on Luke a little bit, what he brings to the program?
So my best friend in the world was a walk-on at Stanford, and we stay close to this day. He had so much to do with winning in our program when I was there, and he never scored a single point in college. He got in some games, but he never scored a point. Luke has so much value, and whether it's being a good teammate, whether it is honestly knowing every single offense that every team runs that we've ever played. And he's able to execute it at 5 different positions. I mean, the stuff that goes in, everyone has a role, and Luke's role is going to be a little bit different. It's not going to be hitting threes in every game, but it's an extremely important role, and we're extremely appreciative of him and the sacrifice he's made for our program. And I've loved coaching Luke.
What happened to Preston?
So Dove, nothing, I mean, again, you gotta see a doctor, but as I was told, nothing too serious. So I think we dodged one there.
And so while we're on the topic of injuries, it's been like 5 weeks since Cam got hurt. Any timetable on his return?
So Cam practiced the other day. He's in a pain tolerance thing right now. So I don't think it's one of those things where you can't hurt it any worse, but it's pretty painful.
Nick, you had a couple 3-pointers fall. Just your thoughts on seeing those go through, right?
I mean, shout out to Vaughn, really. He's been a big help with me, just getting in the gym, just telling me to stay confident. I mean, because coming last year from Glenville, I shot 40, but, it's different when you come here, closeouts are harder. So just staying confident in my 3-point shot and, just trying to knock it down when I get those opportunities.
And Matt, I'll end with asking about Ibra. Didn't come into the game in the first half, came into the game, a couple defensive issues, but a couple offensive great plays. Is that a freshman? Is that what you're seeing with him?
Yeah, I mean, I think, Ibra, right, we thrust him into some moments, and then, I think he's kind of going through that process of, all right, I've got to, learn how to play with what coach is asking me to do. And I thought he, initially came in, I thought he had that turnover, and I really got on him in a timeout, and he responded and played really well. Ibra is a young man we're going to, need in some respects, and so he's got to continue to lock in, do the work, but he can, make some game-changing, plays out there with just his length and athleticism.
Hey, Coach, and you guys have you've had away for Ole Miss next game. Is this kind of a confidence boost for you guys headed into that?
Yeah, Ole Miss is playing great. Told our guys we're going to enjoy every win, so they're going to enjoy the win. They haven't had a day off in Indiana in, I don't know, it feels like a year. So they're going to enjoy tomorrow, stay out of the gym hopefully, go to class, and just be a college kid for tomorrow, and then we'll get a good prep day, and then go down and play a good team. Hi, Dot.
I can't remember a time recently that everybody would play in school.
Yep.
I thought that was cool.
Yeah, it was pretty special. That was pretty cool. So, yeah. All right, thanks, guys.